All right, this is episode 22, officially, of the Whiskey and Root Beer podcast. We've recorded 22 technically before, but I don't know. We just kind of drank a lot on that one, and we just kind of ran and did some shit for an hour, and that's kind of usually what happens.
It was kind of a trash episode. It was throwaway.
It wasn't throwaway.
Throwaway banter.
It'll be put up there sooner or later, but I mean, you can see fucking Mr. Croissant over here. He's with me today. It's probably loud as fuck on the mic right now. It's just...
Yeah, I'm crumpling up my Whataburger trash.
Alright, well, not you.
I hope anyone that listens to this was wearing headphones or earphones when I did that
I hope not.
jackassery.
You know, the funny thing is...
There's fucking... Oh, God!
I'm just going to clean
there
that
goes
up later.
Our two listeners.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, fuck this.
Well, you know, once you just kind of say fuck the listeners and ear rape them with...
I'm not saying fuck the listeners. I'm just saying...
He pretty much... He said fuck the listeners.
I did not say that.
Anyways, I don't even know. We didn't even come in again with a topic.
We had 0 topics. I think we're just trying to record and get the habit now.
Get the habit?
Yeah.
The habit of what? What are we
in the
getting
habit of recording. In the habit of doing things
honestly,
creatively like
we
this.
haven't been like solid.
We haven't been consistent with this since like the 3rd or 4th time that we recorded.
Well, we were pretty consistent up until episode, I think, I want to say like...
What, 12?
16? We were consistent.
You were consistent. I had missed a couple of those episodes because...
Oh, yeah, that is true.
I sleep all day.
Well, you know, what, Oh, yeah, I was pretty consistent, but I did kind of die down once I got in my accident. So I didn't really, like, record. I recorded with people who wanted to record, you know. I'm glad that people want to jump on this and record, but we also didn't really stay steady. I think the last couple ones have only just been me and you, though. But before that, it was just kind of whoever wanted to jump on, we would do it. And I wasn't consistent like how we used to be on like Mondays. We record on Mondays.
Every Monday was our thing.
Yeah. So I mean now we'll get back to trying to be consistent. And I'm looking over here and I just see I know you don't listen to Jelly Roll. You were talking shit about him at Wingstop when we were up there one day.
Yeah, because it's not that good.
But, so, he testified recently on fentanyl use in the United States. I haven't watched the video, so I can't really say much on it. But what do you think about Jelly Roll? I guess he has a troubled past with fentanyl, so what do you think about...
I mean, as long as he's telling people that shit sucks.
Which I'm pretty sure he is telling people that fentanyl sucks. I don't think he'd go testify. This is in front of Congress. I don't think you're going to go testify in front of Congress.
Fentanyl's pretty dope, guys. I think you should keep peddling that stuff to people.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Probably not. Probably not at all.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm just saying it's possible.
Well, that's pretty cool. I don't like his music, but that's a really cool thing of him to do.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty nice because I mean, obviously I don't know how he got up. It's on C-SPAN of all things too, so I don't know how he got. I'm pretty sure nobody's like, let's call Jelly Roll to the stand and have him.
What does Jelly Roll think?
Yeah, Jelly Roll, where are you? We need
no,
your
it's
jelly.
No, like the thing with
Ja Rule?
With Jon Stewart, when Jon Stewart was trying to fight for payments and money for the 9/11 first responders, because like 30-40% of them fucking died from fucking asbestos exposure. Like there was a really bad thing. Like Jon Stewart was just like, you know what, these motherfuckers need this shit, and he like went out and did that. So if that's what Jelly Roll's doing, like that's fucking cool.
I'm pretty sure.
Like he's not being tried for his lyrics or anything. He was just like, you know what,
No, he's not being. He's not. No, yeah, he isn't being tried. I mean, like I said, it's a 6-minute statement. I haven't looked at it, but I'm pretty sure.
But he's just going up there and being like, yo, fentanyl's fucking.
Yeah, fentanyl's
terrible.
Not something that we should, have out in the open like we do right now, which we don't really even have it out in the open. But it's easy to get people's hands on it. I mean, they chop it up in all the sorts of drugs. I mean, why can't anybody just sell pure drugs anymore?
Because drugs are sold on a weight basis. So if you cut a bag of like a powder and you like shovel in some grains of fentanyl, it's gonna make the bag weigh its true amount, but instead of being just like that pure substance, it's cut with fentanyl. So it's got fentanyl in there. And so the bag weighs what you, as the purchaser of the drug, think that you're getting. But guess what? There's some fentanyl in it.
Remind me that we need to make a drug talk with Mr. Croissant segment. But no, that's kind of what I thought too. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, and you always see it. I think that's one part movies actually get right whenever they try to do shit like that. They just kind of show people child, like the one with Nicolas Cage and Lawrence Fishburne. Didn't we watch that one a couple years back? Maybe I just watched that one. But they're both like dope dealers, and Lawrence. I forget the name of it.
Not Bad Lieutenant.
No, it's not Bad Lieutenant. It's something else.
That's where he's the crooked cop.
Yeah, I can't think of the one with Lawrence. Fuck. I know both of them were in it. And it was actually a pretty decent movie because Lawrence Fishburne was like the guy trying to take
And Nicolas Cage.
And Nicolas Cage, yeah.
You know it's good.
Lawrence Fishburne was the guy trying to, like, you know, take a cut of the drugs and make it his own, but he was also, like, making them impure to sell off as his own. And Nicolas Cage was like, you know, the tried and true lieutenant who was like, nah, this ain't gonna fly. What's going on here? These ain't the real drugs. But I don't want to spoil the movie. But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I fucking enjoyed it.
Yeah, I feel like if shit was just legalized to an extent, then you wouldn't have to worry about stuff like this.
I mean, you could go the route of, was it Ohio that decriminalized it? Do you remember?
Criminalized what?
Fucking a lot of stuff.
I know Colorado and I'm pretty sure Oregon have both got fully legal weed.
Maybe it was Oregon.
Recreational and medical. And then I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact, Colorado decriminalized psilocybin. I don't know yet if Oregon has.
We gotta look it up.
But I know Colorado has decriminalized psilocybin, and I'm pretty sure it's like actually like legal there.
That was Oregon. So in November 2020, Oregon launched a historic experiment. The drug decriminalization and addiction treatment initiative known as Measure 110. Approved by 58% of voters, it made Oregon the first state to decriminalize possessing small amounts of illicit drugs. So,
and see, that's the idea in that isn't necessarily bad. But I feel like with certain drugs and the ways that certain people's minds work, that there needs to be something a tad bit different than that.
Yeah, I think they might have...
Like, if you find somebody with, like, crack or meth or, like, heroin, like, that's addict shit.
Yeah.
Like, that is 100%, like, that is addict drugs. And while I'm not gonna, like, shame people, those people definitely need help.
So what you think is that we should decriminalize some drugs, but keep things like those maybe more criminalized, or decriminalize those and just kind of...
I feel like it's like the punishments shouldn't be so harsh, and the punishments that do ensue need to be punishments that help the person get better. You can't take an addict and, like, throw them in fucking jail and then, like...
I mean, they got no access to their drug.
But there's lots of different angles that come with addiction.
I mean, yeah, I could agree on that, yeah.
And it's... Like, I would talk to Dad, Chris, all the time. Because he was an addict. He was in the fucking Navy for like 20-something years, and then he fucking...
That'll do it to you.
He got addicted to fucking crack. And, like, he would tell me he would tell me the wildest fucking stories. Like, the wildest fucking crazy shit. And I'm like, what? And he was like, oh, yeah. It's like, you have no fucking idea. And he was like, that's literally, like, it's like, that's, like, it's like my personality. So, like, if somebody's got, like an addictive personality. Like, that's why I don't do, that's why I've never done ecstasy or Molly. I really know that I would enjoy them, but I would enjoy them way too much. Like, I know, like, the way that I am, the way that I enjoy existing in my body, I would way, way, way too much enjoy Molly and ecstasy. Like, I would just, like, I would love it way too much, and I would overindulge. I know that. Like, that's, like, so I don't do it, and I haven't done it, and, like, I don't think I'm ever going to try it, but...
Kids don't do drugs.
Dad would, no, like, it's not don't do drugs, it's like...
I said kids,
questions.
Jesus.
Well, no, like...
I didn't say, like adolescents and adults. I just said kids.
Well, no, kids. It's not don't do drugs, it's ask questions, and then, like, do the ones that you think you're going to enjoy. Like...
Eric is a sponsor of Future Addicts of America, actually. I mean, hey, no, but that makes sense.
But no, like when somebody gets hooked on something like that, like it's you know, somebody's gonna get to a point in their life where they think that is like an answer or the only answer, and if they have a certain like personality, A, B, like those kinds of drugs become your master. Like they put it like they grab a hold of you. And yeah, like you might not have done something to like put you like you might not ever get to that point. You might be in a point where like, you know, you could be like, oh, let me try fucking meth, let me try crack. Like you might be in a situation where that comes to you and you're just like, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Every now and then I do think I should try meth or crack.
That's not true at all.
No, that's not true.
But, hey man, like, who are you to like judge somebody? Like, you know.
You know,
like,
I don't knock anybody who does.
You want to try it, try it. Like, I don't give a fuck, but like, don't let it control you. Like, try your fucking best. Like, don't use and like seek those as like an
fight
answer.
the meth.
And a lot of times with addicts, like that's what happens. And so like, you know that addicts are gonna have something on them. So you find it on them, right? They go to jail. Like, you just, like, lock them in this little fucking shithole for X amount of time.
Sounds about right.
And, like, that's it. Like, they're there. Like, yeah, they don't have their little fucking drug, but, like, not everybody has the willpower, the guidance, the help,
The support system,
the
man,
support
right?
system.
Yeah, you know.
Like, not everybody has something like that to, like, keep them out of it. And a lot of times with addicts, you know, people just, like, give up on them. And, like, that's, like, another thing. Like fucking Dad told me, it was, like, he's, like, no matter what, like, the addict will only get better when the addict chooses to get better.
Yeah.
And, like, he was, like, you know, you can feel like you're giving up on somebody, and it's gonna feel like that, and it sucks, but... He's like, I've been there. He's like, I've been the person that's drug everyone down. He was like, I didn't see a problem with it until I saw a problem with it. He's like, that's how addicts work.
Yeah.
So if you decriminalize everything like that, like you're not fully encouraging that kind of behavior, or.
I mean, but like I said, it's small amounts, so you know it's. Hopefully nobody's rolling around with like I don't know how much meth a person usually rolls around with. I don't think it's usually a lot. You know, cocaine is different, weed's different, fucking PCP is different.
PCP.
Yeah, I don't know what
I'm
like.
rolling around with 5 cans of Red Balls tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, I was like seeing that, so I'm like I don't know how much is a lot for a couple of those. So I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, unfortunately, when you got, like we talked last time, in Montgomery County, like over there, 2 grams is going to jail.
Yeah.
Over here in Harris,
now.
it's like 2 ounces, you know, or it's an ounce or 2 ounces. I think
An ounce.
I think it's an ounce.
You can get caught in Harris with an ounce, and they'll take your shit and give you a ticket.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, if you choose to fully, decriminalize things like that, or allow your citizens to make their own choices, you have to know that human beings are fucking retards, and they can't make their own choices for fucking shit. So there's gonna be a percentage of people that are gonna make bad choices for themselves.
Oh,
It's gonna
absolutely.
keep fucking up. If you open something up like that, you need to have a safety net. You have to set something up as the institution that's allowing this to happen. You have to set something up to allow these people to not just fail, but to understand that they're gonna fail, and to help them not fail in the future.
Well, you know what? And actually, when looking at it right now, there is a thing right here that says, people also ask, did Measure 110 work? So let's see here. In the 25 months prior to the implementation of Measure 110, an average of 23.5 per 100,000 people were arrested for drug possession in Oregon. In the 11 months that followed, that number dropped to 7.6 per 100,000 people, a 68% decrease, according to research published in the International Journal for Drug Policy. So, and the thing is that based off this information, I guess it technically, if it just decriminalized how many people were going to jail, it worked. But, how many people were still getting caught? And it's just like, oh, again, But at least it worked to where, they don't keep as many people that hopefully they didn't commit nonviolent crimes and that were just trying to get high and buy and try to send them to jail.
See, yeah, that's not disheartening.
No, yeah, so it
But when
worked.
you, again, you don't have to just set up a safety net. You've got to... There's so many factors that play with this kind of thing. Because, like that, with, a lower arrest percentage, you've got to let the officers enforcing the law know, hey, man, we don't give a fuck as long as they're, not fucking with people. Just be like, hey, man, if they got shit on them, just, what are they doing?
Yeah.
They just, riding their fucking skateboard, they're just, walking down the fucking
You riding your
street,
skateboard high on
they're,
meth.
are they literally, tucked in a fucking corner of a parking lot so, no one else knows that they're getting high?
Smoke their crack pipes. I mean...
They're crack pipes. I mean, shit, man, if you can function on crack...
Honestly...
Dad fucking told me
I'm gonna be
wild
honest.
shit.
If somebody...
Wild shit. He's dead now. So I guess, he told me one time, he was like, Aaron, we had the codes to, send nuclear warheads off.
Oh, you told me about this.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you told me about this one.
And yeah, he was just, yacked out of his fucking mind.
They were
on
high.
Fucking crack in a fucking meeting room.
You gotta stay awake.
That's wild. But hey, man, if you can function and do your shit, I don't care. As long as you're not, raping, robbing, or stabbing people,
Remember that. You can have the nuclear launch codes, but as long as you're
you
not
can be
raping,
yoked
robbing,
out on fucking
stabbing
crack and still do
people.
your job. Hey, man, if you can do your job on whatever you use, whatever you want to take, I don't give a single fuck.
Nah, that makes sense though.
If you can do as long as you can be a decent to a baseline decent human being, just don't be a fucking dick. Don't be a shitbag. Don't be a fucking cunt. As long as you do whatever you want to do, but be fucking cool. I don't care. I really don't.
I agree with that.
But there's people that can't do that, and if you're gonna allow everyone to have that mindset of do whatever you want to do.
And I always bring up the bath salts in Florida thing, even though it happened 14 years ago, maybe.
That was a long time ago.
But
I
it's
remember
funny.
when bath salts were a popular thing around here, man.
It's funny though because my friend, he lives in Florida, so every now and then I'm like, yo, get rid of them bath salts. He was like, that was one time, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I just keep.
Yeah, and guess what?
It.
It takes one person to ruin it for fucking everyone.
And it did.
And that's literally all it does.
That dude ate somebody's
That's
face.
all it takes.
Fucking ate somebody's
have
face, man.
ever done anything with more than just a single person, you've got siblings, you know it takes one of you to fuck it up for the rest of you.
Oh, absolutely.
Play a team sport, you know it takes one of you to fuck it up.
I was actually...
for the rest of you.
I was thinking the other day, because
Military people, it takes one person. They fuck up, everyone's fucking punished.
My cousin passed away, like 2 weeks ago at this point? And so his brother passed away in 2020. And so I was like, man, I remember the times we used to have, because it'd be like, my cousin that passed away in 2020, he had anger issues as a kid. And, you know, me and my cousin Marquin, his brother, we would always just be playing games, chilling and stuff. And my cousin Chris would come in and fucking like toss this fucking Nokia phone. And it would just explode on the wall. And I remember my cousin Marquin was like, Chris, damn, what are you doing? And we were like, I don't know, we were like 7 or 8. And he was just pissed off. But, you know, it was always things like that. Like, he would get mad because we wouldn't let him play with us because he would get too mad in the games. So we would do the stuff where we acted like the controller was plugged up. But, of course, at a point, you get old enough and you realize that, or we're just like, oh, yeah, you can play, you know, at this point in time, whenever we get to this point or whatever. And so
then
he
would get to that point and you're like, let me get to this other point.
No, well, shit, we wouldn't even get to that point. He'd get mad. He'd be like, Uncle Richard, like my dad, or Uncle Tony, or Aunt Lynn, you know, he'd be like, or not Aunt Lynn, that's his mom, but, you know, he would go tell somebody, and then they'd be like, well, you guys gotta let him play. Well, we were trying to let him play when we got to, no, they weren't gonna let, and then sooner or later, you know, they would just take everything away, and so it's like, Chris, look what you did. Look what you did. Now we don't get to play any games.
Now we.
And then he would just get mad. He'd be mad anyway. So it was like, it's one of those things where like you kind of fuck it up for everybody, even when you kind of have a chance to just kind of chill and relax. But I mean, hell, it's part of life. I don't know.
It's part of life. I don't know.
There's always somebody. There's always somebody who's gonna be pissed off that you're enjoying yourself. And they're like, I want to do that. And you're like, all right, well, you got to wait your turn. And they're like, no, fuck that, you know? It's like people that skip lines. That's what they do. It's like, hey, you just skip the line. Well, I want to get up there. Well, you can't do that. Then next thing you know, you get somebody else involved. And they're like, all right, look, you guys go over here. And I don't know. And then you don't get to stay in the line, I guess.
I don't know.
It's like, I said this before in the podcast. This is what happens when you drink. You know, it happens.
It happens. Well, I guess onward from drug legalization.
But should I just?
You got another topic?
Oh, dude, I always got topics. I could scroll down right here.
Let's see what pops up.
I actually none of this. This is all just like YouTube
I haven't been
videos.
paying attention to shit going on recently.
Well, you know, did you? You probably didn't hear about this. But did you?
It's already the 16th.
Yeah, it's
Holy
the 16th.
shit.
You know the Jewish kids that were building an underground tunnel, and I think it was New York. I might be mistaken on that one.
I saw something.
They were like, it's a bunch of like, you know, pretty much adolescents and young adults, like, you know, like 18 to 25 or 27, I think they said. And they were building this tunnel because a previous leader of the synagogue was, I guess he wanted expansion, but whenever he passed, they decided to take it upon themselves to expand the synagogue because the people, you know, they have the powers to do zoning and all that shit and, you know, build upwards or wherever they wanted their synagogue to head, which apparently was underground. They said they were dragging their ass. I don't know if anybody ever put in a request to actually expand the thing, but they built this underground tunnel system. I don't know how long it was. And it was actually one of the leaders of the synagogue that called the police. So the police showed up, and then they go in the tunnel, and then they brought one of the guys out that was digging it. And then that's when shit got real. People started, like, kind of... I mean, if you watched the video, it wasn't, like, fighting. There was one dude who was just, like, dancing.
I think I saw that video, but I thought that was...
Oops. Oh, that was just me fucking up the switch. I don't have the video right here. I need to set it up to where I can show the video on the screen. I haven't done that yet either. But let me see if I can go ahead and...
We gotta be careful. We can do Steamboat Willie. We should just do, like, no matter what we show, we should just show Steamboat Willie. And just...
And just what?
Whatever. Just talk about whatever.
Just show Steamboat Willie and just talk about Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
What do you guys know about Steamboat Willie?
Disney.
I don't know how long.
Just show Steamboat Willie on my.
Oh, here's the video.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Wait, hold on. Wait till you see the part where there's just one dude dancing. I hope they show it. Yeah.
I saw that from a...
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, I saw this.
There's a guy to the right of this. Hopefully they bring him in view.
I saw this same kerfluffle.
He's getting arrested. He's just...
From a different angle.
Yeah, but you can see like they're all young Jewish folk. But yeah, that was pretty much that.
Yeah, I saw that little thing.
Oh god, now it's just going on things. You going to jail? And that just the video just pops up. But no, I thought that was pretty interesting that these guys actually built like a whole underground tunnel. I wish I knew how long it was. I don't feel like trying to like look up how long that shit was. Oh, you know, maybe if I just copy and paste it what I already... And the existence of the tunnel was first publicly reported on by local media in December 22nd. The tunnel was constructed by yeshiva students. The purpose of the tunnel was to begin illegally expanding 770, a process which has been delayed due to various legal disputes involving the building. Okay, so I guess people were actually going to expand the tunnel, or the building, but there's just disputes. That's why they're saying like the older people were dragging our ass, but it's just because there's disputes involving, I guess, who actually owns the building. Oh, the tunnel is 60 feet long and 8 feet wide. They made a decent bit of progress. More than I would have done. I mean, shit, they probably had proper tools on. And this ain't like no one of those prison things, you know, in the movies where they always like fucking dig it with a spoon. Yeah, the toothbrush. You know, this guy's broke out of prison. He's been digging this tunnel for 5 days with a toothbrush. Like 5 days. That's pretty impressive. Need that man on my team. Did you want some of this Crown, by the way? I don't know if you wanted Crown with... I shouldn't even be drinking at this point because I need...
I was gonna say, I'm good.
I mean, I'm still gonna drink.
Damn, it's only 10:30.
Yeah, I was saying I shouldn't be drinking because when I go do the steroid shot, they're like, you can't drink anything, 12 hours prior, blah, blah, blah. Last time I went in there, they were like, you had anything to drink? And I was like, just a sip. Sip of what? Water. But I hadn't drank. I don't think I drank that day. But I did drink water, Topo Chico, actually. Like, I'd wake up and, like, take a couple of chugs, go back to sleep, wake up, take a couple of chugs. So I was like, I know I drank water in between that 12-hour period. I just, told him I didn't. I mean, what's going to happen to me? I can explode. He's like, hey, you been drinking anything?
Veruca Salt tomorrow.
Wait, what?
Gonna roll Jordan out.
It's gonna be like a fucking Charlie the Chocolate Factory thing.
Yeah, Veruca Salt.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
Veruca Salt?
Veruca Salt.
It's a stupid name. I'm just saying. What would you do if your name was
Veruca Salt? I don't know what I would do.
Hey, if let's say somebody illegally changed your name tomorrow to Veruca Salt.
Illegally changed my name.
And you got a new ID in the mail. It's got your face on it. With that name. What are you gonna do? It's a good one.
The package, the envelope that it comes in, what does it look like? Is it addressed from DPS?
I would
Is
say
it like an official document that arrives at my house and my fucking face is the same and it just says Veruca Salt?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would probably go to the DPS and ask what the fuck is going on.
I can only imagine you fucking into the DPS and goes, what the fuck is this?
No, yeah.
What's your old ID?
Yeah.
It's like, this has been my name for 30-something years. You don't just get to change my name to Veruca fucking Salt. It's just...
Well, sir,
I need to speak
we
to the
have the
manager.
documents here.
We have the
You what? We have the documents.
It's just some
We
dude,
have the documents, Veruca. They're
some
right
dude
here.
who walked in disguised as you. He had a fake dreaded with the bandana.
Walks in disguised as me. It's just like, yes, I'd like to change my name. I'd like to legally change my name to Veruca Salt.
Veruca Salt.
Fucking Salt, please.
Oh my god. You know, it's crazy though. It's crazy because, and actually, I actually saw something like this in the news the other day.
Somebody impersonated somebody else and went and changed their name legally.
Not changed their name legally, no, but they
Redirected an Amazon.
it was in India. It was in India, and the guy went dressed as his girlfriend to take a test for her. I think it was like a school test or something too. So it wasn't. Anything.
There's been like twins that have done that. There's been.
Yeah. I've seen twins do that. I've seen twins take their twins' picture and the yearbook and stuff. So I mean, that makes sense. But I don't know. I just thought that popped into my head. But I have seen one where years ago some dude impersonated his dead grandma to keep collecting her Social Security benefits.
That's wild.
I mean, he got away with it for a
while.
Yeah. They were like, it seems all right to me. I couldn't do that. I mean, I don't look like my grandma.
I was gonna say I physically couldn't do that. Morally, I think I could, and I don't think I don't think any four of my grandparents would be upset with that.
You'd be like,
hey,
you cheated to say you got it.
Government sucks.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
Yeah, dude, if you find a way to do it, fucking do it.
I don't think my grandparents would. I don't think any of them would be mad, but I physically couldn't do that.
It's your grandparents that want you to have their Social Security benefits. I think.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, dude, that's a good bit of money, right? Right?
I mean,
we're not gonna get to use Social Security. By the time we get that fucking old, this shit's gonna be. Let's say.
Satellites are gonna be down.
What?
I said the satellites are gonna be down. Hopefully the satellites are gonna be
Oh
down.
my god! I hope the satellites are down. I need my Google Maps to tell me where the traffic is in Houston because it's fucking everywhere.
Well, when the satellites go down, you'll have to wait like a few months.
To be able to drive
Before
anywhere.
that, yeah. And at that, imagine how many cars are gonna be just sitting on the road.
Oh, it's gonna be a bunch of electric vehicles that won't be able to drive because for some reason because the satellites went down. That'd be crazy if they work like that. Which I mean, as far as I know, none of them do yet. But I think one day.
What's that movie called? I watched it a couple months ago.
What's it about?
His family goes on like a vacation, and then like the world, like, well, not the world comes to an end, but some shit happens, and they don't really know what's going on. But there's this scene where there's a stretch of like highway. Well, it's kind of like a road that feeds into like the major highway to like go through and out of like the closest major city that they're next to. And there's all these electric vehicles that are just, they've been hacked and like reprogrammed to have like their autopilot drive them somewhere, and then it just causes like a pileup.
Oh fuck!
And there's just like this huge line of them, and then like there's like this car that just like woo woo.
I know. I don't. Is this recent?
I think the movie came out like 3 months ago or so.
Oh, shit, for a second, it sounded like you were kind of describing,
I forgot what it was called.
Who the fuck made that? Maximum Overdrive?
Oh, that's old. That's like
Yeah, it's old as fuck. It's in the 80s.
40-year-old.
Right?
Yeah, it's from like 87 or some shit.
But that's what I was like.
Yeah, it's kind of, imagine like, it's kind of like that kind of principle,
With
but
smart
like,
cars.
there's, instead of it just being like, you know, Stephen King demon forces. Just
That's
like, you
what it
know,
was.
instead of like that happening, it's kind of like a whodunit on like a...
Who hacked all of the electric vehicles?
Well, like
it was
that,
Elon
and
Musk
like,
himself.
It's a pretty good, interesting film, I'd say. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But
I'll have to check it out.
it kind of takes the idea of like the electronic takeover or the cybernetic warfare. Like it kind of like takes that and like it's like, hey.
What do you think about the Cybertruck?
Oh, the fucking Elon truck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I for one, I think it looks like shit. And I feel like if I said that to somebody who liked Tesla cars or vehicles in general, they would probably just say I hate electric vehicles. And it's like, no, I like electric vehicles.
I mean, it looks kind of like the Warthog, only...
With a roof.
Well, it kind of looks like a low poly Warthog. Like it's got bigger
Come on,
angles.
even Halo 1 had more polys than that.
It looks ridiculous, I guess.
But it can float.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of the... You know somebody, and that's an actual feature. It actually seals off the battery compartment so that it can float.
I mean, that's the idea.
Well, no, I think they've done it with one of them actually already, because they want to use it to ferry SpaceX stuff across whatever channel they're at over here in Texas.
Yeah, so all the infant stage technology and developments are going to go to the consumer. They're going to find out what works and what doesn't work, and then people are going to buy it and be like, oh, could do this, and then they're going to like, try to fucking take it with
They're gonna drown.
or some shit, and they're going to fucking like drown the shit out, and then be like, oh no. I'm like, yeah, guess what?
I don't know what Elon Musk, Elon Musk, whatever the fuck, he wanted you to try to float so he can fly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, that's pretty
That's
much
exactly, yeah, there you go, Jordan. Damn.
that
That was right there.
he wants you
That
to,
is
he wants you to
right.
try to float so he can fly.
That is exactly what it is.
No, I know that's what he's doing. I think it's just funny because I mean he has people that test it out on their prototypes, but of course he'll get it out to the masses and see how many people actually float, and then he'll
I mean,
tweak
it's
it.
ugly.
It's
My big problem with
vehicle's
like
pretty
that
ugly.
kind of whole shit is like, you know, you should make your products easy for the consumer to repair and maintain themselves.
That's not happening anymore, Eric.
And that hasn't been happening for like at
Like
least a decade plus, 15 years.
That's what I usually tell people.
Like planned obsolescence is like been a plan, it's part of a design principle now.
Well, I think planned obsolete. Well, nowadays it's kind of coming into for vehicles, because I mean if you buy anything
But the thing is,
from
like with Tesla's vehicles, you can't maintain them yourself as a consumer. If I buy something, like I want to be able to like fucking fix the shit.
yeah,
Like,
just
dude,
become a fucking master electrician. You'll be all right.
like I want to be able to like fix my shit, and like it needs to be knowledge that's provided, and I think there's like a legal clause or some shit where you like can't do anything to your fucking Tesla or some shit.
There are certain legal laws
And
that
that's
say you don't like there's the right to repair, but at times the right to repair kind of goes out the window. So that's usually what people talk about when they talk about being able to fix or not being able to fix something, because sometimes you don't have the right to repair, and that's usually with electronics. So and when you get
can't have access to our proprietary.
pretty much. Pretty
we
much.
can have all of their everything.
That's like, you
And
know.
they're just like slow stroking in the corner. They're like, oh yes.
Because they know they're gonna get that fucking money. I mean, batteries cost like up to like 15 and 20 grand sometimes to replace. But some electric vehicle companies like Nio, maybe it's just them actually. They do battery swap tech. So say your battery gets low, instead of waiting to charge it, you just swap out that battery, and you're on your way. So at that point,
fucking sick.
yeah, no, you
Well,
just
shit. This one's charged and this one's dead. Let me just.
yeah, no, you
Hot
just
swap
you
it,
drive
and
into a
then
place and
I
it
can-
swaps it out for you.
That's fucking dope.
So I mean, at that point, it kind of gets rid of that whole having to pay 10 to 20 grand for a battery, depending on how big a battery you have, what kind of car vehicle you have. But a lot of American car manufacturers don't use that type of model. It's a Chinese model, but I mean it works out pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like if you have an idea like that, the main objective shouldn't be to better yourself because you presented the idea and was like you were like, hey. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
What, the technology?
Well, the fact that like EV needs some sort of R&D, and the only the first person to kick that shit off was Elon. That's.
I mean, General Motors had a vehicle in the 2000s.
Yeah, there's been
and then
things
had
with hybrids,
the Prius,
and then there was
hybrids.
There was not only hybrids, but there was also attempts to do just fully electric, but nobody wants to get behind that for whatever reason.
I mean, it's kind of weird that it didn't really kick off till Elon kind of.
And for that, you can't discredit that. That's awesome, but you can't do that and then just fucking strangle it. You should do everything that you can to actually make sure that shit gets used. Fucking around that stupid fucking truck.
Well, he even said the other day before it came out, not the other day, a couple of weeks ago, that they kind of shot themselves in the foot with the Cybertruck because it was kind of like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and people actually wanted it, and then it's
I feel like money and minds could have been used to look at mass transportation trucks. Don't look at a consumer truck. Nobody fucking wants that. It's.
You could have made a Cybertruck bus.
Well, the thing is that imagine because the thing is the idea of making something that can do more than a consumer like a grocery getter car or a commuter, a personal commuter. Because outside of the Roadster, the Roadster is a fucking go-kart for it's it's like an electric Miata. It's a fucking that's for people that really love the experience of driving. It's a great idea. It's a great design. To go to that to the 3, the 2, the sedans, the personal commuters to go from that to a truck seems kind of dumb because the people that drive trucks are not gonna fucking want that, and then the people that don't drive trucks they have no need for it. Spend that time and money developing something to make large transportation trucks. The idea is nice, something that's bigger, something that's got hauling, towing power.
Well, and I think the Ram actually kind of did that one. Well, besides Ford with their fully electric Ford Lightning, Ram does have a fully electric truck coming out, I think, at the end of this year. But you know, they actually released the Ram Charger, which is it has a like 120 kilowatt battery or something, I think, in it. But the thing is that you can charge the battery. That if you want extended range, it has an engine in it. That's a 3.6 liter. So if you need extended range, you can turn on the engine to charge the battery. And well, you know, that's kind of how that works. And so a lot of people are like, well, what the fuck? What kind of sense does that make? And it's like, well, think about it. Everything in that truck runs off that battery. They run off the engine. So it's not like the engine powers the wheels. The engine can power the battery, which powers the electric motors. So at that point, you get the bonuses of all the electric instant torque features. I mean, you can already do inverters with gas engines and shit like that, but you can also just work off the battery without turning on the truck. It's like you get a lot of the instant available features of an all-electric vehicle. But if you need the extra to charge the battery or to go the extended range, which is pretty nice because, you know, electric cars don't have the best range on most of them, let alone a truck, then you can turn on the engine and it'll charge the battery. So you don't have to kind of wait for a gas engine torque and acceleration to kick in for the most part. That's really the biggest bonus I can think of. You get all electric features, but if you want, you can use gas to extend the range of the vehicle, which sounds cool, but if you don't know what it actually does, it sounds incredibly stupid. So you can get an electric truck, but it comes with a gas engine. What? And it's not really a hybrid in the sense of traditional hybrids, because it has a large battery and a large engine, but it is a hybrid.
It's almost like the electric pulls first, and then the combustion motor portion is the supplement.
No, that's what my truck kind of does. So with the e-torque on my Ram, it's the whenever you combine with the start-stop system. So whenever you let off the brake and the truck turns back on, the electric motor that's been charged turns the wheels for you first, and then the gas takes over. Is kind of what you're saying. But for the Ram Charger, it's all battery until you're about to run out of battery, you know. Well, it's still all battery. So it's all battery. And then if you need the range, you hit the gas engine. But the gas engine doesn't do anything but charge the battery. That's all the gas engine does. Does that make sense, right? Hopefully.
I hope so.
It's like, Eric, how high are you?
Very.
Okay. I was like, I think I'm explaining this right. But maybe, but that makes a bit more sense now. Okay. But no, so I think, I mean, even Rivian came out and made a decent looking electric truck. I've seen a couple of them around here, but they look way too small for my liking. But of course, if they got that towing power and they got that get up and go, I mean, do you really need a big ass truck? I mean, you don't. I like it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with mine.
So as far as trucks go, like the Ford
Ranger.
Yeah.
The Ford what?
The Ford Ranger.
Oh yeah, the Ford Ranger. Yeah, Ford Ranger's that's a badass truck.
Those old school, like the mid to late '80s, early '90s, those Toyota 4x4s.
The 4Runners? Not
No,
4Runners.
The 4x4s.
The Tacomas?
Yeah, I think they're the Tacomas.
Tacomas,
those
yeah,
little
they
tiny
have those.
ones, those little tiny, like little
Did you ever?
storage trucks.
Yeah. Did you ever see the actual Jeep? No, it was a Jeep Comanche. Jeep Comanches were like single cab trucks. Do you want me to pull one up for you right here? I gotta figure out what my mouse is. Those, I like those. I think, what are the ones that they made? The fucking, what is the ones that people drive around nowadays?
The Wrangler?
No, not the Wrangler.
Cherokee.
Not the Cherokee.
Patriot.
It's not the Patriot. Anyways, this was
Cherokee.
That was the Jeep Comanche right there.
Oh yeah, that thing's fucking sick.
Yeah, those things, and they actually had some articulation with solid axles and everything. Those things were fucking. If you watch a video of those can put in some work. I forget what the
Those
ones.
can put in
Those
some work.
can put in some fucking work.
That's a cool looking little truck.
No, yeah, it's a pretty impressive truck. Damn, I can't think of the ones people fucking drive. It's the one with like the bed, the Gladiator, the Jeep Gladiator. That's the one.
Oh,
with
that ugly ass Jeep truck that's like the regular with the bed on it. Yeah, those things are fucking hideous.
The Gladiator. That's what people are driving.
God, those are ugly.
Yeah, no. If you want to get a Jeep truck,
Everyone's driving those. I haven't seen too many.
oh, I've seen a lot of them.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I've seen a lot.
I'm so glad I haven't seen that many. They're nasty. They're ugly.
Yeah, they. I thought when they were bringing back Jeep trucks, they were gonna bring back the Jeep Comanche, but they just kind of.
That's too small for today's market, Jordan.
Yeah.
It's practical, you know. It makes sense to have something like that, but I ain't trying to have that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants it.
I want a big truck.
I said they used to have Gladiators. I thought, like old Gladiators. Okay, yeah, the old Gladiators. These are the old Gladiators. They were pickup trucks.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are the old Gladiators are actually pretty beefy and nice. Look at that shit. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, those are actual Gladiators. Yeah, those are nice trucks. The new ones are just like Jeep Wranglers with that shit bed put on them.
Yeah, those new ones. I had no idea those old ones existed.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, when they
Those
revived
are
it,
nice
they
looking.
actually made a video, and it was fucking terrible. Whenever they announced the Gladiators, they made a video announcing the Gladiator, and they took an old school Gladiator and they crushed it, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And then when the thing like lifted or whatever the fuck happened, it was like one of the new Jeep Gladiators, and everybody was like, "We don't fucking want that."
Yeah, that new thing is ugly, man.
But you know,
It's nasty.
these Jeeps nowadays are meant for like middle-aged people trying to explore the country. I shit you not.
I shit you not.
Whenever I was in my early 20s, like nah, shit, even early teens, my friend Jenny, he owned a Jeep. I knew like 3 or 4 other people that got Jeeps out of high school, and we would always hit the trails. So if you weren't in your fucking like late teens to early 20s, you were in like your like mid to late 40s and 50s. This is that's the age group that buys fucking Jeeps. And if you're in your early, or your late teens and your early 20s, you probably got like some piece of shit Jeep that your mom and dad put in to buy. You got like a CJ. My friend had a JK, one of the latest model back at that time. A couple of them did. I mean, they weren't expensive. I mean, because all they're meant to do is go beat the shit out of on a trail, flip over. Most people over there.
This was made to just fuck up.
Yeah, most people over there put a pinch of dip in their mouth and hit the fucking trails. Smoking Marlboro Reds when they're like 18 years old.
Put a pinch of dip in their mouth.
Dude, that was it. That was it. It was fucking people putting
That's
pinches.
what it was like on the trails back then.
Oh hell yeah.
I've never hit the trails.
The trails nowadays kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm gonna get a ATV probably later this year because I was gonna get one a couple years back when COVID hit, and COVID just kind of fucked up my money. So I got like these ramps so I could load it in my truck and all that, and they would fold up, and I never ended up because I started making the money and I had it, and then I just didn't buy it when I had the money, and so after that I was like, fuck it, I'll wait. But now I'm looking at trying to buy one now, so we'll see what happens. But at the same time, I fucking hate hitting the trails.
I feel like the places to do that now are like waiting.
Well, we have a couple of good ones around here, We got, I think it's Creekside and Extreme. The only thing I don't like about going to either one of those is that it seems like it's a bunch of people that, I don't know. everybody gets drunk and it's like fucking retarded.
The people that hit the trails.
Yeah, I know. It's not much of a surprise.
It's the people.
It's the people that hit the trails, or the people that hit the
people that hit
trails.
the trails? The people that hit the trails, Jordan.
But all right, so
surprise?
the number one thing I don't like is that every time I go to the trails, there's like fucking 10 people an hour listening to Biggie Big Papa, and it's always white trash. The black people do it too, but it's usually the white trash.
Oh my god.
And it's just like, dude, they'll be on like, oh no, if it's the white trash, they'll be on
the
those.
trail stories with Jordan.
if it's the white trash, they're on like, they're not even on like, they're not on manly 4-wheelers. They're on like the little fucking kid speedy ones. You know what I'm talking about? Oh god, I don't know what they're called. But
I grew up riding and being on a 3-wheeler.
That's better than what they fucking had.
Those things are fucking crazy. That's like my off-road little fucking trail riding shit experience is like that and like dirt bikes, and that's about it.
I'm gonna type.
We had a 4-wheeler for a little bit that was kind of fun. But it was nowhere near as fun as like the 3-wheeler or the dirt bikes.
I just type in crackhead 4-wheelers, see what I find.
Crackhead 4-wheeler. Oh, one of them like little. The little GTA quads, those little tiny ones.
Those
little teeny tiny ones.
Those, yes, those. And you're always gonna see
those little ones.
I don't know what those are called, but those are the exact ones I'm talking about.
The crackhead 4x4s.
Yeah, because all they do is they get on them, and you go there.
All they do is they get on them.
And everybody's supposed to be going mudding or like riding like on a trail and shit.
And the white trash on the crackhead 4-wheeler.
The white trash on the crackhead.
Just doing donuts.
It's just fucking annoying. Flying up and down a trail like they're actually doing something cool. Yeah.
You hear all this revving, and then like some motherfucker's going like 10 miles an hour because he's like so fucking fat. Just like he's on his little fucking kid's 4x4. It's like, yeah.
Exactly. It's fucking annoying.
I got my balance on the little one, but I can't quite ride my own. Yeah, I bring it down here on the trailer.
Right, just fucking shit. Don't even put on a trailer. Put that shit in his back seat. Fucking minivan or something. I don't know. Crackheads usually have trucks, right? They don't have minivans.
I was gonna say, I think the crackheads' vehicle of choice is usually the truck, because when they go picking for scrap, they gotta have some place to toss it.
Mm-hmm. I've seen them. They'll come around looking for that middle.
One time there was this. Did I tell you the story about the crackhead that rolled around the block for like a couple of years?
I don't think
there
so.
was this fucking white Chevy that just like rolled up like this this fucking pattern like every other night. And
It's just a pattern?
It did it, yeah. It would go down the street and then like cut right like a block and then like go down to the end, like the very far end of that, take a right, come back, and it would basically do like a loop, but on the far return street, it would cut in closer every time.
The fuck?
And then after it would do that, it would go all the way to the very far end of like the initial like coming down, and instead of taking that right to go down the long cut, it would just keep going, and then it would take like a long loop around, and then just repeat that initial right going down for like a couple of hours, and it would like.
Wait, so what the fuck was he doing?
It was just some fucking crackhead, like rolling around, like taking shit out of like when people like put like their big trash or like their trash out, like this like motherfucker would just like roll around. I mean, I guess they would steal, like, I guess stealing cats is like pretty popular amongst those.
Yeah, if you're that lady that lived across the street from me. Oh wait, my bad. You talking about? You're talking about the vehicles.
Catalytic converters, not feline cats.
That's almost
cats.
Like,
catalytic converter
hold
cats.
on. I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like
How
I said,
high are you?
This is what
sir?
happens.
How high are
I
you?
said this is what happens when you drink.
How? Oh, yes.
I immediately went to like fucking cats, and I was like, damn, they stealing cats out there? Like, what the fuck? They selling them to Asian people or what?
Meow.
I don't fucking know, man.
This will fetch a good price on Facebook.
It's just, hey.
Baby kittens,
I know.
$15.
I know what I got.
I know what I got.
It's just
Come up with some weird ass story.
Oh, fuck. I couldn't even. I was trying to think of a story.
This kid's mom was a local alley cat.
It's just not a good cat to buy, I don't think. I don't want a fucking local alley cat. I want like a goddamn. I found this kitten when I was hiking through the mountains of Himalaya. I felt like I had to bring
That means it's been fending for itself generationally in the fucking wild. I'd rather have an alley cat that at least knows that other, like, domesticated species of everything, human beings, cats, dogs.
Look, you got it. You got it.
That exists around where you're gonna be. Yeah. Oh, yes. I'll take the generationally feral, wild cat. That is. Oh, I found this kitten hiking on the trail. How did it get here?
You gotta
Yes,
tame it.
yo, you think a house cat made it up there and just had kittens? That thing has been breeding on fending for itself in a wild environment, and you want to bring that into your house?
Yeah, I like exotics. I mean, I don't like cats, but I'd go for like an.
Some cats are. I'm just like cats suck, dogs suck. Literally every animal that could be domesticated on this planet sucks.
Well, what would you want?
A capybara. That's the only cool one.
Oh, you gotta dig holes in your. They do that. They dig holes.
It's a giant little rodent. Just give him some water, give him some space.
Take
him with you everywhere. Give him like a companion for the home.
What's he gotta eat?
Vegetables.
You know that for sure?
He's a herbivore.
Oh, okay. If you say that, I don't know. I never fucking wanted a capybara. I didn't look him up. But it sounds cool.
It's
I mean,
the cutest fucking
I want a
animal.
monitor lizard.
No, you don't. They're terrible.
I mean, I probably don't want one,
They're too smart.
Yeah, exactly.
They're way too... No.
I know.
I've literally lived in I had a roommate that had one of those, and it stayed in my room for a while.
Why the fuck?
Why the fuck?
I couldn't even flip the fucking scenes right now because wait, it lived in your room? How?
Because it was in the so he had its habitat set up, and when I moved in with him, the habitat was in that room, and we were supposed to like relocate it to like a different part of the apartment, but it never did.
Wait, so how long did you live with that in your room?
A few months.
Oh,
I saw it like 5, 6, maybe 7 months.
That's more than a few. I was like, all right, and it was like, damn, that's more than a few months.
It was a solid half.
But you never worried about it, like
plus.
Getting out and trying to eat, you know?
No, I did.
Oh.
Because it had gotten out a couple. One time. I haven't told you this before.
No, you never told me about this.
Oh shit! Yeah, dude. So one time, I came home for lunch, cause where I was working was like fucking 5 minutes away from the apartment. So I came home for lunch, and as I'm walking upstairs to the apartment, I hear a fire alarm going off.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
oh, I guess somebody fucking burnt their fucking food or whatever. And
yeah, that
then
sounds about
I
right.
get to the fucking door of the apartment, and as I put the key in, I like smell smoke, and I'm like, oh shit. I open the door, and then like a fucking Cheech and Chong movie, smoke just bellows out of the apartment, like thick fucking. It
Fuck,
smells
Eric,
like
didn't you learn
fucking
anything?
Campfire.
And like fire classes, are you not supposed to do that?
Well, the door, like the knob wasn't hot.
All right, well I guess fair point.
I open the door, smoke comes out, and I'm like, what the like, I think something in the fucking apartment's on fire. I look around the kitchen, I look around the living room to make sure, like, you know, nothing sparked or whatnot. I've got the fire extinguisher, and I fucking I look down the hallway to like where my bedroom door is, and I'm like, oh no. And I open the door, and it's like thick, like Silent Hill, fucking thick fog, smoke, just coming out of my fucking bedroom.
So when you saw that, did you think to save the lizard?
No, I didn't give a goddamn shit about that lizard. That fucker got out of his fucking habitat. And in the process of doing that, he had knocked his lamp down, and it stayed on top of the log, like the big, central log. He had a fucking massive habitat. He had like a 350-gallon tank. Like, he had a pretty fucking huge habitat at this point. It was a massive fucking tank.
Wait, did they even know that your roommate had that lizard in an apartment?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think you could usually do that in the
Probably not.
But I might be mistaken.
But the lamp fell on top of the fucking log and just stayed there for however long it takes to catch the fucking thing on fire. The log was like charred ember, like it just...
Oh shit.
Yeah, like that thing was fucking on fire. So I take that out, fucking douse it with water, put it outside on the fucking patio, and then I spend like my whole fucking lunch hour like getting smoke out of the fucking apartment.
So wait, did anybody show up and they were like, hey, what the fuck's going on here? Like, we need to... Is there something actually on fire? Do we need to do something, or...?
No, I fucking called my roommate, my roommate. I was like, hey, this happened. I was like, you're lucky I fucking came home for lunch, because that could have ended way differently.
Oh, yeah.
Because he still had like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to be at work. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he just fucking came home immediately. Oh, and then my room smelled like a fucking campfire. Fuck, no matter what I did. All my clothes and that fucking lizard stayed hidden for like another month. Like that fucking sack of shit.
It stayed hidden.
Hidden in the apartment. We didn't know where it was.
Hold on.
And this happened multiple times. This fucking lizard would get out and it would hide.
How big I said a monitor lizard. How big was this is this a monitor lizard or?
It's a Nile monitor. So
a Nile monitor?
A Nile monitor. So the tip of his tail is about here. And this was whenever I lived with him. I saw him a couple years later and he was way bigger. So the tip of his tail is here. The end of his mouth is about here. Yeah.
And y'all couldn't find that?
Long ass arms, claws, long ass fucking claws.
Yeah,
he's smart and he hides. And no, when I say he hides, he would, yeah, that little fucker. That sack of shit right there. That fucking cunt rag. They're smart. They're highly intelligent. And he would fucking hide under the fucking couch. He would hide in all sorts of crevices. They're really quiet, man. Like, they're apex predators. When they want to stalk, when they want to be quiet, they're going to be fucking quiet. And they're going to, like, they're not going to make a noise. And they're going to move. And then when everyone's asleep, they're like, oh, we didn't find the lizard. And then everyone's asleep. And then that sack of shit comes out and he's just, like, watching everybody. Like, he'll fucking get, like, right up next to him. Rub his little fucking dick. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah. And then he'll fucking go hide some other spot. Like,
wait, so how come... So he got out of his...
So he got out of his enclosure, filled the entire apartment with smoke, and stayed hidden for like another month. And there was a house... We had a fucking house party. Like, we couldn't find him. I was like, yo, like, where's the fucking lizard? I was like, oh, he'll turn up eventually. We're gonna have a house party. So, like, you know, he probably won't come out. He probably won't be, like, coming out or whatnot. And I was like, okay, whatever. The day after the house party, we found that son of a bitch under the fucking couch. He was, like, everybody that was at that party sat on that couch for at least 30 minutes apiece. And this fucking Nile monitor was just fucking hiding under the couch.
That's insane.
I heard him fucking scratching around a couple times. I was like, yo, I think he's fucking over here. Nah, fuck those, dude. They're cool. They're interesting. Awesome. Cool little animal creatures. But, No, don't keep one as a pet.
No,
They're too fucking smart.
I definitely don't want to.
They got them claws.
I mean, I want one, but I don't want the
responsibility.
Yeah, like I've seen videos of people that keep them outside. I think they keep them outside. I don't know.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh yeah, I could totally, get a nice little secured area for it and stuff, and leave it out. I wouldn't like have it inside. Like, I mean, shit, unless I got like a mice infestation or roaches. They eat roaches, maybe, hopefully. Because that just seems.
That thing just sizes shit up, dude.
At least it's not like a giant constrictor or something.
And he had like little dogs. That was a weird living situation.
Wait, so
that wasn't the only animal in the house.
So he had a Nile monitor and he had dogs and what?
So there was a Nile monitor. There was like 3 dogs. There was an emerald tree boa.
An emerald tree boa?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that took a minute to register.
She was cool. Apparently, I was one of the only people she liked. Which is pretty funny.
Sizing you up to eat you, probably.
Probably. I would doubt it, but she was kind of tiny. But, yeah, no, that fucking lizard dude was, like, definitely sizing people up.
Probably waiting to eat one of y'all. I don't think they do that with people, but hopefully not. Yeah, I think I'm good with just, having dogs. Speaking of dogs. So, the neighbor lady moved out, right?
Oh, the across the street neighbor lady.
Yeah, the one that took the
The
dog.
one that takes all the cats.
And cats, yeah. That's what I thought of earlier. So it sounds like the neighbor lady. But, and she took Samantha with her.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. But the weird thing is that she's come back and dropped her off twice.
Where's Samantha now?
Over with her, I guess. Wherever the fuck she moved it. She went to rent in Atascocita. I know, I guess she told mom she was getting out the ghetto, and then she went to Atascocita, where I don't even see her blending. She's probably going to piss off a lot more of her neighbors down there than she did over here.
Yeah, as mad as people, could get, I don't think anyone really made noise about it unless it got out of hand.
I mean, shit.
She doesn't have to do anything over there.
No.
And it's going to get out of hand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, over here.
Yo, why'd she take... She didn't give a shit about that dog, bro.
Yeah, I don't know either. But she took her. But she's dropped her off like 2 or 3 times. I think the last time she dropped her off, or somebody dropped her off, whoever the fuck was driving her old car. My mom said that they dropped her off in the neighborhood. Or she was outside, she saw the car coming down the road, and then they turned down a different street. And I guess they dropped her off on a different street, and they just hauled ass away. Because Samantha just came running over here because she knew where to go. And then later that day, I think this is Monday when we were at Barney's. I saw the daughter come up on the ring cam. I didn't know who the fuck it was at first. And I got home. I was like, hey, who was that at the door? It was like, oh, that was the kid coming back for Samantha. I was like, they just dropped her off that day and took off, and then they came back and picked her up. I don't know what the fuck goes on with that family. Yeah, my mom was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this dog situation right now, because, yeah, they didn't really take care of her. She was always over here. And then they move away, and then I guess...
No, you don't get to take her.
Right? Seeing as she dumped all her other dogs in the forest, it's kind of weird. She cares about this one. And in fact, she said she didn't dump this one because it came over to our house so much, because it lived with us more than it was over at her house. I don't know. Bitch is crazy.
Bitch is crazy.
But yeah, that's I don't know. That's what talking about dogs brought up for me. I guess animals in general, because I'm like, I don't know. I want another dog later on when I move out. Probably, hopefully, mid to later this year, but I don't know what
I'm
kind.
so judgmental with animals. I don't know.
What the fuck? What would you get?
I don't know. Because I've had really cool dogs. Some of my favorite animals have been my cats. Like, my cat Goku was, like, my favorite animal ever. Like, he was fucking dope.
Why'd you name your cat Goku?
Because I had to come up with a name on the spot. I couldn't think of anything else. So I chose Goku. Because I really like Dragon Ball Z.
Could have named it. Why didn't you name it Krillin?
I don't know. It's an orange tabby. He had long hair. And I was, like, really put on the spot. I was like, Dragon Ball. Goku.
I guess it's orange.
So that's how that happened.
Name him after the key. Is that what they call it? I believe.
The what?
I thought I heard something pop. I was like, oh shit, there goes the pipes. Actually, it was probably a beer can. But I don't know what I just said before I heard that.
Yeah, because I really liked my cat, but the thing is like, to me, he was like a perfect fucking animal. Like, he got along with all the other animals. He didn't mind if people pet him. He was really cool with everyone else. Adults and kids. But, when I was like, hey Goku, come here. Or like, whenever like, I wanted to like, whenever I was like, hey man, I need my cat. Like, he'd fucking like run over to me. He'd hang out with me. I taught him how to play Game Boy. He did tricks like a dog. Like, I have a very, very high standard for, like, owning a cat. And then, like, owning dogs. I think most dogs are fucking dumb. I have, like, incredibly high standards for dogs. I'm far too judgmental to, like, own an animal. And, like, you know. I feel like when it happens, it'll happen. Like, at some point. Some animal will come across, or, you know. But
you think you?
I don't actively like want or seek an animal because.
What if you got like a stork for Christmas?
A stork?
Yeah.
A fucking bird.
Yeah,
a stork. What am I gonna do with a stork?
I don't know.
All the way up here.
Fucking have fun with it.
How am I gonna feed a stork, Jordan?
We'll get some fish.
What? Go to fucking...
Yeah, go to Kroger's.
Take him to Lake Houston every fucking other day?
Yeah, that too. Get that man some fresh salmon fillets. Fillets.
Some fresh salmon fillets. Some fresh
yeah, man, it's like I said
fillets.
that wrong.
You said both of those words very wrong. Way wrong.
Fillets fillet.
Some fresh salmon fillets.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know what I would do with
salmon
a fucking
rice.
stork. They're fucking big. I'd probably have to punch it in the fucking face because it would try to attack me. They're dicks.
I mean, dude, you could train.
Birds are fucking assholes.
You could train the stork. I think you could.
I don't know, I'd be terrified. If you're talking, like, I just wake up and I go outside, there's a stork just waiting for me to, like, be its owner.
Well, I
like,
think
out my fucking
that's a little bit more terrifying. Maybe
that's how else am I gonna come across a fucking stork?
I was thinking
Jordan?
maybe somebody just like kind of left like a baby one.
Someone left a baby stork outside of my door.
The roles are reversed nowadays.
The stork didn't drop me off. I dropped the stork off.
Yeah. I think he could do it.
They fucking you ever seen the way they move? Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no.
You fucked my camera up doing that. Your fucking chicken arms.
My stork arms.
Your
Chickens
stork
don't
arms.
move. Chickens move like they're like little tiny movements.
You're right. My bad.
No, stork fuck.
Yeah, dude, totally get a stork.
No.
Did you do a bald eagle at least?
Fuck absolutely no. If I'm gonna do a bird, a crow, a raven, or a parrot.
I want to get a pigeon and teach him how to like.
I really, yeah, I was gonna say, I really do love pigeons.
Like I'll send you a note through pigeon mail.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, fly over to Jordan's house. Send them over.
Just got a little piece of paper taped to his fucking leg.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, you guys still going to Barney's? It's like 3 days later.
Yeah, hopefully.
The pigeon comes back to my house like an hour later. It's like, Eric, we did that 3 days ago.
You gotta start raising them right when the satellites go down. I'm just saying.
Pigeons are dope. I think pigeons about it. That's like the that's it. That's the end of the list of birds that I would accept. A fucking stork.
Alright, so what if somebody dropped off like what if somebody dropped off like a fucking baby cow?
What kind of cow?
I don't know.
I guess any cow.
Yeah,
I like cows. Cows are cute. Cows are dope. I don't have to store like a baby cow. I guess I'd have it, like I'd call my Aunt Sandy and be like, hey, somebody dropped a baby cow off on my doorstep. What? Yeah, it's in a box.
Is this in a box?
It's in a box.
I wonder how much that shipping costs.
Wait, are you?
No, I'm just kidding. Like,
I thought you were talking about dropping off, like somebody drove it up to my house, ran it up to my doorstep.
That's what I was talking about. I just made
not
the
like
shipping
a fucking parcel.
No, I don't think anybody's
Yeah, somebody
ship
mailed a baby calf to me.
And it didn't get caught by USPS because they suck at their job sometimes.
No, I guess I'd be like, oh cool, baby calf, little cow. Let me call people that I know that know what to do with these things.
Let me.
And then I'll see what to do from there.
Let me.
I can't
call
keep
some people.
this. I can't keep this at all.
Yeah, dude, you got like last I seen you back here, you had tall grass back there. You know, you could eat, and
for maybe a couple of months.
you can make some manure.
I can. Oh my god.
You can, yeah, dude, you could do a lot with a baby cow. I'm just saying.
I could just put it in like a cot and have veal. Ooh, somebody dropped off some high quality veal. Just right at my doorstep. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Just to spin the cow out back.
Your neighbors are gonna bitch. Your neighbors are like, what the fuck?
Shut the fuck up, cow. Shh. It's like,
it's not gonna do shit to a cow.
it's a baby cow.
I mean, at least it's, yeah.
It's not gonna live for much longer, Jordan. I'm trying to get it into like nice cuts of tender baby cow.
That was stupid. Oh my god. It's tender baby cow. Honestly, yeah, it's like a butcher box, you know, butcher box. People signed up for it. They didn't know that the meat was supposed to come pretty good. And you get a butcher box, and it's just a fucking baby cow. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna,
God.
What are you gonna do when that baby cow just looks at you with those innocent baby cow eyes?
Sorry, man.
just
I've never had veal, but if I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna like do it myself, I guess. I'll fucking kill the cow with my bare hands.
I mean, at that point, you're pretty. You I don't know how much you would pay for the butcher box, but you're gonna be out some money. You gotta do something. You paid for that cow.
I paid for that baby cow. It's mine, goddammit. I paid the monthly subscription.
It's fucking terrible.
Ain't my fault they sent me the wrong baby cow. I
like how I like how redneck accents are just the go-to for anybody trying to sound stupid. It's just so easy to do, though. Even Bill Burr said it once. He's like, it's just such an easy accent to do. He's like, I don't think all Southern people are stupid. It's just an easy accent to do. And I'm like, I agree.
It is.
We exaggerate
the
it.
easiest accent to do.
Yeah. Whether you're doing a proper one or you're just doing some redneck out in the boondocks, you know? It's not a hard accent to do. Now you try to pull some fucking New Yorker accent right there, some Boston accent, or whoever the fuck else might have a decent.
But those kinds of people aren't gonna do those kinds of things. So we're not gonna impersonate. We're not gonna use some fucking.
You don't know.
Oh.
They might have that size butcher box option up in New York. Probably not, because it'd be hard to ship, but, you know. I'm just saying, it's an option.
It's an option.
I almost signed up for Butcher Box. But then I was like, nah.
Well, that's a real thing.
Butcher Box, yeah.
What, they send you cuts of meat?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, fuck. There goes some of the joke. Yeah, I explained it to you afterhand. I thought you knew. No, I mean, of course, Butcher Box does sound like something.
I thought that was a joke. I thought that was like you were like making a mockery of like some sort of subscription.
That is. It's a subscription.
It's a real one, though.
I thought you knew this the whole time. Oh,
I thought you were no. Oh shit. So they just send you cuts of meat.
They send you cuts of meat, and you can pick the cuts. Yes.
Can you ask for veal?
Probably. I don't know. I looked into it because they were.
You should send them a message. Be like, hey, can I get some, like, just maybe a 1/4-inch cut of some tender baby cow?
Yeah, they might. You might have it somewhere.
You should totally just.
I didn't sign up for it because I was like, they were giving like some fucking promotion. And so I was
don't
like,
need to sign up to ask that question.
well, yeah, that's
I'm
true.
just gonna send you an
just
email.
the frequently asked questions. That's in there.
Oh yeah, no, you cannot get tender baby cow through Butcher Box.
Oh my god, no. I mean, you know, I did buy one day when I was working. I think I was working at 86. That I was just drinking up there. I don't remember. But some dude came up there to sell meat to the bar, and he brought it in a box.
I'm gonna sell some meat.
And,
Did you bring it in like a wheelbarrow?
Nah, it was like this.
strong
It was like this box that was probably the size of this Sony screen right here, and it had like different drawers of meat. And he was selling the meat, and I was like, he was trying to sell it to the bar, and like they were like, well, we have our own supplier for the meat, and we're not interested. And this was like he came up there like fucking.
You don't want my meat,
Dude, he came up there at like 8-10 p.m. trying to sell this shit to the bar.
That's some serial killer shit.
Yeah, it was strange. But so,
That was all the animals that he found just like near his home that he used for practice before he takes out his human target. He was like, yo, let me freeze dry these.
But so yeah,
I'm gonna go sell this at a bar.
He brings
At 8 o'clock at night.
He brings the meat up there.
He brings the meat up there.
He's trying to sell it. But so he's trying to sell this box of meat. Different. It's got different drawers in it, right? Different types of cuts. And so he goes through this whole thing, and I'm over
He's got
here.
a box of drawers with different cuts of meat in it.
So he's trying to sell this.
That dude wants to eat human beings. Let me just go up there and sell these random cuts of meat.
In his defense, it was in a nice box. I mean,
And he goes up there. He goes up there with all this meat to sell to the bar.
But so, oh my god, I'm crying now. He tries to sell this meat, and of course they're like, we have our own supply. I think it was Jen working, and so now he's just up here with this fucking box of meat, like, oh, and he shows me the meat. I'm like, well, what you got there?
What are you selling?
And he's like, what are you buying? But so, but so, he's selling this meat, and at a point, he's like, you wanna buy some of this meat? And I was like, man, nah, I don't want the whole box. It's too much meat for me. And he's like, oh, all right. He's like, you want to buy some of the meat? So I'm like, well, how much you selling for? He goes, what do you want? And I'm like, what do you have? He just got a box of meat. So I'm like, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm buying. Can you show me? Eventually, he shows me these cuts of meat, right? And I'm like, he's like, I'll give you this whole thing for like so and so, like it's fucking $400. And I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And he's like, why is it too much? Does it cost too much, or is it too much meat? And I'm like, I didn't want to sound broke at the time, so I'm like, it's too much meat.
Oh my god.
Do you need a water or something?
That's too much meat. No, I didn't want to sound broke at the time.
Yeah, I didn't want to sound broke.
Oh, no, it's not crazy that you're asking for $400 for this random crate of meat.
So,
I don't want to sound broke. It's just too much meat, man. I got the 400. That's just too much meat.
I think I had about 500 on me, but I didn't want to spend that much money on a box of meat.
This random crate. This dude's playing really old school RuneScape. He just got like the fucking animal that he gathered in front of his house, and he put him in a box. He went to the tavern to sell his random crate of meat.
Got my glasses.
$400. Oh my god.
What ended up happening was,
Holy shit.
Hey, I was like, he's like, you want to buy some of the meat? And I was like, yeah, what kind of cuts you got? And he pulls out like some sirloin cuts. I was like, I like sirloin. I'm like, how much? I think it was like 6 steaks. I was like, how much for these 6 steaks? He's like, it's $220. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And so I just bought this like one fucking. I just bought that one thing of sirloins.
Oh my god.
It fucking.
Oh shit.
Have you never had somebody like come up to you with a crate
That's
of
some
meat?
homeless shit, dude. I've been downtown and like had like random homeless people come up to me and start telling me about their quest that they're on. Like that's a downtown, like there's crackheads running them up down there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is a bar that they can't get to, let alone with a crate of meat. A random crate of meat. Oh, these guys barbecue stuff. They'll want my wares. The local tavern that smokes meats. I've got something for them.
Funny thing is that wasn't even my first time that it happened
Oh
to me.
my god.
That was the second.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
My body hurts. My body is in fucking pain.
Dude, people.
Holy
People
shit.
do that.
God, that's one of the funniest things I've ever fucking heard.
It was incredibly random.
Oh,
like I said,
my
just the time of day they
God.
came in with it, and then they were trying to sell it to the bar. I think they had a supplier. You know, it wasn't like they just had that one crate.
No, they had a supplier.
They were like there was like a sample crate of their cuts of meat. Where they get it from, I don't know, but you know, it wasn't Boar's Head or some shit like that.
No.
But yeah, it was an interesting like.
That's the guys that go out on their friend's property.
Yeah.
Give me one of what you get. You take the rest home.
I got to pour up one more drink for I got to stop drinking.
Oh, fuck, man. I need to get high again.
Weren't you smoking this whole time?
Yeah, but I just laughed it all away. Fucking shit, man. God, that was funny.
It's just.
That is one of the funniest fucking
I'm
things.
just
I'm
surprised.
just imagining this dude just like dressed like a fucking like he's at Ren Fair. Like he thinks that like the world is like Ren Fair, and he just like comes in with like his little fucking his Robin Hood garbs and like this fucking wooden crate with ice cubes in it, and these just like random cuts of fucking like any sort of game that you can legally get in Texas without the warden fucking you in the ass.
That's a
You
tall
like
order.
you kill something outside the fucking scene, you get the game warden on you, you're pretty much done.
Oh yeah.
So, but hey, you got the papers and you go get it and you want to go sell it, by all means do that. But I'm just imagining this fucking dude in this fucking Merriman fucking costume coming in with a fucking wooden crate of fucking meat. Oh, the local tavern that smokes things.
Well, you know, they
Clearly they'll be interested in what I have today.
They did the research because you know they came at 86 trying to sell steak, so like
I mean, yeah, you can't knock it.
they knew they sold they
It's just
made
fuck.
steaks.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's my first time buying steak from some random dude trying to peddle it.
I gotta say that I still haven't had that first.
But it was pretty good steak, if I remember correctly. At the time, I was making a lot of steaks. I'd get home, like I was working at Hue too, and I'd get off of work and I'd go to Kroger's and I'd just pick up a couple of slabs. And I would get home and I'd just sit out in the backyard and smoke and listen to music. And then, I mean, I don't know. So I can't actually tell you how those steaks work because I just
What if he got the baby cow and he was just like I gotta offload this as soon as possible.
I mean, shit, I could say that I don't remember having bad meat back then, so he probably gave me some good baby cow. I'm just gonna go out and say that. Unless it was like, you know, if it's bad baby cow, that's when it... Actually, you know, he gave me his number. I might still have that shit. I'm not gonna, hey, you still got any more of that baby cow?
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Yo, you don't remember? You came on the bar a couple years ago. You brought me that baby cow.
Like 6 years ago, remember?
You brought me that good baby cow.
Give me that good shit. I haven't had none of that good shit in a minute, man. I need some more of that baby cow. Sounds like a crackhead.
Hey, man.
Scratching myself.
Man.
I need some more of that baby cow.
I need some more of that baby cow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah, no, that's... I forgot about that story.
That's funny as shit. I have not heard that before.
I don't think I've ever really told anybody that one because it just
Oh
kind of...
my god.
It just kind of happened, you know.
Oh,
Dude came up trying to sell
fuck.
some steaks. I was just like, and then because he was like, you know, he failed at trying to sell it to the bar because they, you know, Jen or whoever was working just shut him down because they had their own supplier. So then now he's looking around the bar like, does anybody want to buy this meat? So I was right next to him, so that's how I ended up like, all right, what you got? And it looked like good meat, so I was like,
anybody want to buy this meat? Oh,
he started to put it up, and he was like, anybody want to buy it? And I was like, hey, shit, show me what you got.
Oh shit, that was funny.
Yeah, it was good stuff from what I remember, which isn't much. But like I said, I just don't remember having anything bad at the time, so. The only thing I had bad, I remember that year, 2018, the only bad thing I had was Jack in the Box. I woke up with food poisoning the next day, and I was puking anything and everything that went in my stomach. I woke up and threw up my Jack in the Box. After that, I drank a sip of water, and I threw up more than I drank a sip of water.
Oh wow!
And then me and Jose were we were playing Halo. We were on Halo 5, but it was only single player. Lucky for me, because that whole fucking time he was playing it, showing me the story, I was throwing up. I don't even remember the story to Halo 5. I was so fucked from throwing up. I was just throwing up on my floor. Jose's like, why don't you throw up in the trash can? And I was like, that's not a bad idea. I just don't want to take it out later. He's like, it's better than throwing up on your floor. I'm like, you're not wrong. I also just don't want to move to get it. I would go and lay on the fucking bathroom floor, that cold linoleum. Like, I'd leave mid-game like I'm going to the restroom, and I would just fucking lay on the floor.
Just lay on the cold floor.
Just lay on the floor.
Oh, yes, it feels so good.
Dude, the cold fucking bathroom floor, one of the best fucking things ever invented. I swear.
It does feel good sometimes.
I think it feels good all the time.
I've laid on many a cold bathroom floor. I like it when there's like some sort of like a rug.
Yeah.
I can just like switch over to real quick when I need to like
warm up,
get a tad bit warm, and then just like, oh yes, back onto the cold.
I usually lay on the cold bathroom floor whenever I have I have to really use a bathroom real bad, and it just hurts. And you just
oh, it hurts.
I need to lay down real quick.
Lay down.
You lay down, you kind of cool off. It's one of those times when you start sweating. You ever like number 2 and you're like Jesus Christ, I'm turning into a fucking nuclear reactor right now. I need to cool down. Has that not happened to you?
I don't just abandon post and just like lay down on the bathroom floor.
I sure as fuck do.
Oh my god, that's way too risky.
Well, I mean,
I'll take all my clothes off, and then you'll sit straight up, and then like you give it the stretch, you give it the.
I've never done the stretch.
You give it the tall stretch. To just abandon the pot.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm like, hold on.
Lay down. That's risky.
Well, I'm not gonna like. I know when I'm like.
If the mud butt is to that level.
I mean, that's
if you're at that extreme, and you are like, and you just like lay down.
Well, the thing is that I'm usually like.
You can just.
No, it's
right there, like
no.
Yes. One time, I was like, oh man, I gotta throw up. Let me lay down, and I laid down, and as soon as I did, I was like, nope, and I got right back up, and I just, and it was like cartoonish. It was like literally like, and it was like just.
I did that the day you gave me that Jones soda. I think I drank that Jones soda because I had an upset stomach, and I was like, I think it's gone away. I want to try that fucking that icy Jones soda. It's like cracked it open, and I drank it, and I chugged like half that bottle, and I was like, damn, this shit tastes pretty good.
You can't chug half of it in one sitting.
I sure as fuck did.
That's irresponsible.
Well, I went to the other side of my room. And I bent down to grab something, and I was like, hold on. And I stood up, and as soon as I stood up, I felt it coming. And I ran to the other side of my bed because there was a towel on the ground. And I just got down on my knees and just
hold on.
Yeah, you gotta know where those towels are
Yeah,
at.
no, that's exactly what I did several times. I feel like I'm gonna puke. I'm like, I just need to lay down on my stomach. I just need to lay down. Like Rob Rob like multiple times, like, Eric, don't do it. You don't need to do that, Eric. I just need to lay down. get like right back up. Bad idea.
You know,
nuclear meltdown mud butt, and you wouldn't just like lay down like that's
dude, on your stomach.
Risky. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit on the ground.
And that's all. It's just like a little.
Yeah.
When you lay down.
Wait, hold on. What are you trying to explain?
I'm saying, like once you lay down, you're gonna force it. Like you're gonna. It's like a.
No. Well, I'm not.
You're playing with fire.
I know. I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. No, I'm not
doing that.
I'm not putting force on my colon.
You're laying down.
I'm just laying it down on the ground. It's cold, you know, cool on the colon, you know, feels nice, cool on my forehead because I'm about to start fucking sweating beads. Told you I'm having a nuclear fucking breakdown, dude. You gotta cool off. But no, you know, I do that. Like, I'll be on the toilet and it's like, you know, you gotta get it out. And then to a point, you know, like it stops. Like you want it to go more, but it's not. And then that's when the fucking meltdown starts happening. And you don't know if you're going to get it out in time before like you just fucking, you know, spontaneously combust and take out like the fucking half the house with you. So what I found out is that if I just get off the toilet and I lay on the ground, like face down, like forehead on the ground and shit, you know, it just everything fucking cools down. It feels better, and eventually
a plank on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, and
then I get bathroom floor.
Yeah, and then I get back up, and I sit on the toilet, and then everything's good to go. I just finished what I was doing. Doesn't feel as bad, and then I'm like, I live to see another day, because shit, man.
I get to live and see another day. Oh, I cooled down.
You can't take.
I cooled down the reactor
You
just in time.
Yeah, you never know how many more times you're gonna be able to do that and not, you know, and survive. Can't be taking life for granted like that. All right. I'm just saying. I mean, I think that's the worst. Whenever I have to use the restroom, that's the worst it's ever really gotten to. You know, and usually, luckily, I'm not gonna do that like out and about. Obviously, that's at home, where the floor is clean, mostly clean. It's clean, pretty damn good. My sister.
I've had to evacuate a couple of emergencies in public before.
I remember my first time doing that was like my first time using a public restroom. Really, was back in like 2015.
Ever?
Yeah.
I never used a public restroom until the year 2015.
Not what I remember, because I was always like, I'll hold it till I get home.
Never. What the fuck, yeah. Jordan? Never. Oh my god.
I did not do public restrooms until 2015.
In school. Never in school. At any point. At any no
okay,
point.
So I did it.
What, in between class when nobody was there?
Well, like after lunch, but you know.
After lunch.
You get like fucking 7 minutes. I can't shit in 7 minutes.
No, I'm saying, while class is going on, you're like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. Because no one else is going.
Oh, no, because then at that point, you're going to be like, he's out there doing something. He's been gone for too long.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got one of those teachers that's like, there's only one fucking...
I'm loading my gun, teacher.
In the bathroom, like, fucking private pile. Fucking hate this.
just like naked, unloading your fucking toxic dump. I just wanted to shit.
But it's worse, you know, because like, growing up in school, like people will fucking.
You do get ridiculed by children.
I don't care about that.
For taking dumps.
I care about the people, like, because people will grab the fucking, you know, the one toilet pass for everybody in the class and just walk around the fucking school. I didn't want to be like people thinking I was that guy. I got morals, all right.
So I'd
rather be tardy for class trying to take a shit. Yeah, and yeah, I didn't fucking. I think I used it in school once. Took a shit, yeah. Pissed. I mean, yeah, that's different. But trying to take a number 2 at school, anywhere else? Nah, ain't doing it.
Damn.
Yeah. And then you wonder how I can sit on a plane for 16 hours and not fucking use a restroom.
I'll strengthen those muscles somehow.
But I tell you, it takes a nuclear reactor for me to fucking have to use a restroom.
Hell no, dude. Did I tell you about that one time? I had to just take a screaming shit.
Maybe.
When I got to the park.
I don't think so.
I haven't shared this story yet.
I've only shat in a park once when I was camping, and that toilet was disgusting, and I will never do it again.
I haven't told this story yet.
I don't think so.
I went to the park to just walk around and get high. And on my way there, I was it's 5 minutes down the road from the park. I was like, oh man, I gotta take a shit. And then I passed up the Walgreens. I was like, oh, let's go when I get to the park. There's a bathroom there. There's a bathroom at the park. And I passed up the Walgreens, and then I'm about 2-3 minutes away from the entrance of the park. And then it really
That happens.
starts boiling over, and I'm like, oh my god.
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
arching my back and just coasting in neutral, and just tapping first and second, go. And I get to the fucking park, and I'm shaking and shivering. My whole my body is physically sweating. My body I'm literally just shaking. I'm like, oh my god. Every muscle in my body is just contracting. I'm like, oh god. I get out of my fucking car to go, and I'm like, and I look, and then right across the parking lot is the bathroom, and I shut my door.
You told me about it. Did you shut in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I told you about this.
You told me about this.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
You told me about this last year actually. Yeah, I was like, yeah. You said it was still there the next day. That's what you told me. So
yeah.
Somebody saw that and I was like, I don't get paid for this shit.
Yeah, I don't get paid. Ugh. No, dude,
Is that human feces?
I was about to go in my pants, man. I had to fucking go.
No, I mean, I've never shat. Well, when I was a kid, I shat my pants. But luckily, as an adult, you don't
You gotta find some sort of emergency escape.
As an adult, you look around, I know my exits.
It was just oh my god.
Didn't you say there were school kids?
There was kids across the parking lot. I was literally as soon as I was like, oh my god. I opened up my passenger door. And I was like, holy shit. I opened up both my fucking passenger side doors so nobody could see me from the front or the back. And I was like, oh my god. And literally as soon as I fucking got down to drop it, I look up, and as soon as it right as soon as it leaves my sphincter, right as
it's just right.
Slow motion, as soon as it's coming out, I just see this line of school children just walking across, they're on the other side. I was like, oh shit, and it pretty much all expunged itself in one good as soon as I did that, I used the napkins I had, got the quick wipe,
yeah,
got the fuck out of there, got the fuck split. I was like, yeah, I gotta get out of here, man.
The teacher sees you, calls the cops, and now it's like, oh fuck.
I was like, dude, cause I took a couple of steps to go to the bathroom, towards the bathroom, and my body just no, you waited too long. That's what happened.
God damn.
My body just it. You know when you're when you shiver and you're oh no, it's not it's not gonna happen. It's either you go now, or you go in your pants. And nobody else may know, but you know.
I mean, shit. I don't.
And you got you know.
I don't.
The guys at Chernobyl didn't heed the warning.
Nope. They knew things were about to shit
I
the
knew
bed.
my meltdown was about to happen.
See, this is why you gotta take care of your colon.
Hold it for 16 hours a day.
Well, I mean, expunge it instead of holding it. Use the restroom before, not after. But actually, speaking of restrooms, we can cut it here because I actually have to hit it now.
Ah, yes.
It's been hearing me talk
All
shit.
this potty talk.
No
And
pun
now
intended.
Jordan's got to go.
I mean, we've done a solid about 2 hours.
2 hours already.
Yeah, we just been laughing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we were laughing for most of that. Talking incoherent nonsense.
Yeah, well, fuck it. All right. This has been your host, Toasty Jones. And there's Mr. fucking Croissant.
Mr. fucking Croissant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good nickname.
With the tasty baby cows.
Tasty baby cows. Yeah, y'all have a good one.